Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Well, this is a video actually about a meteor shower, and it's about basically the birth of a meteor shower that we will be able to see down here in New Zealand tomorrow night, which is the 12th of December. Sort of roughly between 8 p.m. and 12 a.m. Plus or minus. They're still sort of determining the exact timing of it. Now, these meteor showers result from the fact that the Earth, as it orbits the Sun, it passes through debris fields left behind by comets or asteroids. And the number of meteors that you're going to see per hour in a night is really related to the density of the debris left behind. And the Geminids is one of the more well-known meteor showers, better seen in the northern hemisphere than the southern hemisphere. And that has a fairly dense debris field and therefore produces, like 100 meteors per hour on a good night. Now, the meteor shower that we're going to be seeing tomorrow night for the first time is related to a comet called 46P Wirtanen, and that orbits every 5.4 years and is sort of known as a Jupiter family comet. Now, back in 1972, when it passed very close to Jupiter, it produced a debris field which the Earth is now going to pass through for the very first time. So, although this was produced in 1972, Earth is only going to go through this field now in 2023. Okay, if we just pop into Stellarium, and I'm looking out to the west and the northwest here, we've got Saturn, Jupiter. We're in the area, we're looking from a point of view of Auckland. And I've gone to around a bit just after 10 o'clock because it's supposed to be best between 8 and midnight. And if I just turn on the constellation and then labels, the radiant where this is, this new meteor shower is coming from is in Sculptor, where we image the well-known Sculptor galaxy. So at this stage, that is where it's predicted to be coming from. Now, these are going to be mostly made up of very small particles. They're not going to be extremely bright meteors, and I don't think any expectation of any fireballs coming from it. At the same time, we have the Geminids, well, a little bit later for us anyway. So if we just pop over to Gemini now, you see Gemini is below the horizon around this time. So if I just move forward, and we can see that Gemini is rising up here. Now it's very low on the horizon for us and down here in New Zealand, and you can see that probably it kind of peaks around about 2 a.m. in the morning, and there are the Geminids there very close to the horizon, so you do need a really good view of the horizon. I mean, there will be meteors all over the place here, but if you want to get the radiant point, for us it's fairly low. And that'll be a bit later on, and of course that's a much more impressive meteor shower. Now, apparently this comet was going to be the subject of the Rosetta mission, but because that all got delayed, they had to end up changing target. It's not fully determined yet, but it's thought that the debris particles from this comet are going to be relatively small, around in the sort of millimeter to, or centimeter to millimeter size. So they're likely to produce just sort of very quick and brief meteors, what we commonly known as shooting stars, and it's unlikely to produce any meteorites. For any of you who have seen some of my other videos, you'll know that I did a video about setting up a meteor camera specifically designed just to find meteors in the night sky and hopefully some fireballs. And this is part of the New Zealand Meteor Camera Network, sort of organised by Fireballs Aotearoa in New Zealand. And actually we in New Zealand have one of the better camera networks for looking for meteors in the world. In fact, this image shows a number of meteors captured from the cameras in New Zealand in November, so you can barely see the country underneath. It's just actually covered by meteors that have been captured. And this image shows the number of meteors that was captured by my camera in November that have also been verified and captured by other nearby cameras to make sure that they're actually meteors and not something like a satellite or a plane or something else. So when the people in Paris were have been doing a lot of work looking at this new meteor shower, they were quite surprised to find that there was actually a very good camera network set up already here. Now, unfortunately on the 12th, there's a lot of cloud forecast for a lot of New Zealand. Naturally, that's the way it goes. But Philip Duncan from weatherwatch.co.nz has provided some maps which will show some potentially clear areas in New Zealand for the sort of peak time around the meteor shower. And it's fingers are crossed. I'm going to be up at Langs Beach, and it looks like we might be in one of the better zones. So, hopefully I'll be able to get the camera and pick up a few meteors, whether they're going to be from the Geminids or whether they'll be from the what could be what we now call the Sculptorids. I won't be able to tell, to be honest. But I've got my meteor camera down here in Auckland, which might be in the more cloudy zone, unfortunately. Now, I'd just like to acknowledge that, a lot of the information that I've provided in this video has actually come from Professor James Scott, who's from Fireball's Aotearoa, but is also a professor at Otago University's Geology Department. So look, fingers crossed we get some clear skies tomorrow night, because it would be quite exciting to be able to witness the birth of a brand new meteor shower. And New Zealand happens to be one of the best places in the world to see it, which is kind of nice given that a lot of the best meteor showers are seen in the Northern Hemisphere. So it may not be the most impressive meteor shower, but it's nice for us down here to have a first. And look, until the next video, I hope everybody's getting lots and lots of clear skies.